This is Miss Lizzie, and I want to welcome you to the Queen Lizzie podcast. Together, we will go through the history of Rosewood, Florida, and watch as the once prosperous town rises out of the bloodshed, fire, and ash to reveal the people, the memory, and the legacy of Rosewood. Watch every Thursday on Facebook and YouTube, or listen to our story on Apple or Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Hello, everybody. I am Lizzie Robinson Jenkins, representing not only the Rosewood Foundation, but the personal testimonies and history of cherished friends and family. You are now watching the Queen Lizzie podcast. Today, we're talking with Dejeon Cain. Hello, Dejeon Cain, and welcome.
Well, hello. How are you, Queen Lizzie? So great to see you today.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. It's an honor to have you on my podcast show.
It's an honor to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to be talking about Rosewood. You already know that. And then I'm going to allow you to introduce yourself if you want to introduce yourself now and tell us something about you and your business.
Well, first of all, I'm a native of Gainesville, Florida. Have been here all my life. And I've always envisioned that we need a security company that will meet the needs of our community, that will understand the needs of what people need, businesses need. So I founded Fortitude Security Incorporated, and it's been an amazing business. And we provide security services. We've done it for Steve Harvey, Michael Jordan's daughter, and some other great folks, along with local municipalities here. We've done it for the city and the county. And I just love what I do. We also train for security officers, their D license for security and their G license and concealed weapons here in the state of Florida. So, yes.
And plus, you are a community servant because you know the community, you work with the community, and to me, you are a community builder. And one thing you didn't tell us, you are a bishop.
Yes, I am. And you are. I love our community. My heart is in our community, and we need more people with the heart and understanding what our community needs. It's different when you're from here.
Yes.
And you have seen the failures. You've seen the things that have passed, and you've seen the things that have not. And when your heart's in the right place, you want to see the community move forward. Along with you, Queen Lizzie, you have been in our community for a very long time, Rosewood, and you have done an excellent job. And I have the utmost respect. I look up to you as someone that understands our community even the more in our history. And so, thank you so much for bringing our history. And soon we're going to build that building. We're gonna get it done.
With people like you, we're going to get that museum built in Archer by 2026.
Yes, ma'am. I would even say by before that, because I believe that the people are ready for change, and we're going to do it.
I am so glad to have you as one of my willing workers.
Yes, ma'am.
And I love those words of encouragement.
Yes, ma'am. Don't give up.
I am not giving
I will
up.
tell Queen Lizzie, help is on the way.
Help is on the way.
Yes.
And you were at my birthday party. I know people.
Oh, my God. That birthday party was the bomb. I will tell you, I enjoyed the birthday party. But the most amazing thing about that birthday party, you were able to bring people together of all colors, religion, wherever they come from, you were able to bring them. And it built our community in such a way that it just showed the display of love that you have for us. And that's just you all the time. That's Queen Lizzie. Queen Lizzie is love.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. If you say so, I believe you.
Yes.
Yes. But I know we had a wonderful time, and we did come together because we were different parties. It wasn't political.
No.
But we had everybody there, and as a result of that, I feel like we are finally getting it together.
I believe we are, Queen Lizzie. If we continue to be unified as one and don't look at what color you are or what race you are or what party you're part of, just come and enjoy yourself. Put aside your differences and let's just fight for what's right and do what's right and enjoy each other. And we really did. I have never seen someone bring parties together, people together like you did. It was special. And that will always hold deep in my heart. I think a lot of people are still talking about it.
Yes.
Because, matter of fact, I think on Facebook I saw it was trending until everybody's looking at it. But you have a special way, a special heart to bring our community together. And everybody can't do that. But I can bet you Queen Lizzie can. And it was proven.
Well, I prayed right. My mom taught me, my dad taught me, treat people like you want to be treated.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's easy because you don't have to practice it. But to be mean, you have to plan how to hate.
Yes, ma'am.
But to be loving, it comes automatically, especially when you were taught that.
Yeah, and it's in your heart. That is who you is. Mm-hmm. There is nothing, no one can tell me about Queen Lizzie because I've not only seen it, I've lived it, I've watched you. Okay. You have been there in a spectacular way for me, and I thank God for you. You are a God-sent woman, and you have many more years of success and many more years of living.
Thank you. And I want you to know that you're the first person that I have given a Rosewood t-shirt to be on my show. So that tells me that you are special.
Well, thank you so much. I look good in this.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yes, you do. And when I was giving you your t-shirt, someone, on the sideline said, well, I'd like to have a t-shirt. His name is Zach. Y'all can't see Zach back there, but he is our producer.
Yes.
And he is an excellent producer. He does an outstanding job too.
Yes.
Okay.
Zach is someone that has a heart of gold, and we have to keep those folks around.
Yes.
We have to keep them engaged in our community, understanding our community, and having the ability to work with the community. And he's just great at what he does. He's a phenomenal guy.
You just met him?
Yes,
or have you met him before?
I've met him before. And,
okay.
Just for the person that he is.
Phenomenal.
And Queen Lizzie, the good thing about people, we can tell genuine hearted people, and he got it.
Yes, it's in his heart.
Yes, ma'am.
It registered.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it is in his heart. And thank you. However, now I got to talk a little bit about Rosewood. Rosewood, if you're interested in helping with this museum that we are talking about and promoting, go to my website, rosewoodflorida.com. That's Rosewood, FLORIDA.com. Make a donation. We need the money so that we can see this building, come to light. And we have the renderings that we shared the other night at the party. We are going to be showing these renderings as we move forward. We're working on a display right now so that it can be part of our daily advertisement. We got to do this. And it's all because there was a little town that was destroyed in 1923, and my aunt was the school teacher there. And she told my mom, she told my mom, which is her sister, her story. And my mother told that story to me. And my mother said, you need to talk about it. You need to tell people about Rosewood. But you need a song. And Mama's going to write you a song. She wrote it within 2 minutes. I said, Mom, you're talking too fast. She said, do shorthand. She said, you know how? I said, I don't know how to do shorthand. But she continued to talk. And the song says, Rosewood, Florida, borders Highway 24, a destroyed town, no blacks to live there anymore, where emptiness resides in the silent sacred breeze. Life there no more for blacks, only nature's moss-hung trees. Rosewood, Florida once was a growing community, linked with chains of love and family unity. Families were linked with wholesome friendship, and each link represented a special kinship. In this productive southern town of Rosewood, here the families bonded and they understood each other's life in their unique neighborhood. Lordy, 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 Rosewood used to be real good until a little sleazy woman with a cheating heart triggered the Rosewood Massacre, and the colored had to depart. They ran for their lives in the middle of the night. They'd heard a mob was a-coming to start a hideous fight. Run, 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 run on for your life. Oh, Lord, hide anywhere. Just try to survive. The children followed their leaders with fear in their soul and almost froze to death because it was so cold. And I'm going to stop right there. But that's the beginning of the song.
Wow.
It's a story. Did you understand it?
Yes, I did. Such a beautiful voice, by the way.
Oh,
Such
Lord.
a beautiful voice. Yeah.
But the one thing my mom told me, I'm going to write the song. She said, baby, I know you can't sing, but I'm going to write it anyway. And that tune, I like country music.
Oh, yes.
And I was able to listen to a song, and I don't remember the song, but I stole the tune came from the song that I liked so much when I was growing up.
Wow.
And that's why I can sing it, because I've always loved that song and the tune of it. So that's just a little to let you know that she is still listening. She's still proud. And I'm proud, and I know the people that work here, Steve Spurrier, Freddie Weeby, Meldon Law, Jerry Bennett. They are the people that you saw them, you met them at the birthday party.
Yes,
they were
I did.
there
Yes.
for me, for Rosewood. They
Yes.
have been there.
Yes.
They are diehard, down home, real supporters, and we appreciate them very much. And I always tell people we've got to support people that support us. So Steve Spurrier supports us. Please, on the weekend, every weekend, make sure you come here, meet me here, and let's do the weekend brunch from 11 to 3 p.m. The best food in the world.
Oh, gosh. I had it. I came here, and I just overdid myself.
You did?
I did. I tried to eat every piece of chicken and every slider they had. And then that breakfast where they cook it personal.
Yes.
It's worth every dime. It is amazing.
It is amazing.
Yes.
It is. The one thing I can't do, I don't eat very much. And I like breakfast. After 2 or 3 bites, I'm full. But they are nice enough to allow me to take what I don't eat home. And I don't go back. What I put on my plate, that's what I take home. What I think I can eat, I can't. But my nephews and the people from Archer that we brought to this birthday party on the weekend, oh my God.
Oh, my.
The shrimp were that big.
Yes, they were.
The food, how was the food?
Amazing. Those sliders, oh, my goodness. Them sliders had me sliding. I had to slide all the way home. It was worth it, yes.
Yes, the food was just delicious. So y'all please support our good friend Steve Spurrier. He is the greatest. At halftime, I don't know if it was halftime, I thought he was out of town. And here comes Steve. And everybody was just, couldn't believe it, excited. Because he came and he spoke to me.
You know, Queen Lizzie, that just shows the resilience. Not only him as a coach and one of the best coaches, but him as a person, and his heart has always been pure.
Yes.
As gold, he's always been the same person. I can just tell you a personal story with Steve. When I worked for University of Florida Police Department, I was Steve Spurrier's security.
Okay.
And so I had the pleasure of working with him and seeing the same way that he's always been, caring, had a heart of gold, always was ready to fight. And I think that's why he's still resilient in this community. And it is such a blessing to just have someone like that, a part of Rosewood, and understand what Rosewood went through and want to support the cause.
I appreciate that. And he's going to hear this and he's going to appreciate. He'll probably look you up.
Oh, definitely. He knows who I am.
He is, I didn't know him before this, before my show. I met him through Freddie. He has been genuine ever since. And Freddie never told me anything about him. I just met him. And then I interviewed him on my show. He is what the kids call, he's genuine. He is real.
And that's why he has a long life. That's why you have a long life.
Yeah.
70 plus.
Yes.
Because of how you treat people. Those rewards come by what you do, how you act, how you live.
Yes.
And when you do right, he said, I'll give you a little bit more.
Okay.
So you have earned it. He has earned it. And many more to come.
Well, I am so thankful for those comments, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
It's about time for our first half. We are going to head to a quick break, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
I am Black History.
I am Rosewood Black History.
I am Florida
and America's Black History, and you are too.
January 1st, 1923, the KKK insurrectionists attacked Rosewood, killing 5, burning it down.
Because a white woman lied and cried, a black man assaulted me. Rosewood redevelopment is on its way.
Want to help? Visit rosewoodflorida.com.
Meldon Law has been serving personal injury victims since 1971. In those days, Jeffrey Meldon's presence as an attorney in the music scene dubbed him with the nickname the Hippie Attorney. And although times have changed, two things haven't: our commitment to bettering our community by helping the injured,
Albert, are you ready to go to the game?
and our love for the Florida Gators.
If you bleed orange and blue, Meldon Law is the firm for you.
Welcome back to Queen Lizzie Podcast, brought to you weekly from the Steve Spurrier Podcast Room at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. We are here with Dejeon Cain. The Queen Lizzie Podcast is brought to you by Campus USA Credit Union, live from the Meldon Law Gator Studios at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Okay, we are back and we are ready to rock and roll and talk more about Rosewood, my life journey, 43 years of telling my truth about Rosewood, my research truth, more than one, and more than one time. It is amazing to hear myself repeat history. I enjoy repeating it. I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy telling it because our kids need to know. The next generation need to know. And if we don't tell them, they will not know anything about history. History, Rosewood history, is American history. It's not black history. It's America's history. And together, in harmony, we got to tell it. But my mom always said to me, research, authenticate, tell the truth, never attack anyone. And I don't. And that's why people reach out to me, because they know what's coming from my mouth. It's proven. It is research. Because the people, as she said, the people today did not create Rosewood, baby, and you didn't create Rosewood. So just go out and preach your truths, and that's what I do. Write a book, write books, tell people. And I speak, and I tell people I have been speaking for 42 years. I have spoken 29 times at the University of Florida, free, no charge. It's Shirley Seizure says no charge. Mm-hmm. So I have been speaking and telling her truth. Schools, I have spoken at almost every school in Alachua County. The furthest I have gone was to New York and speak to a high school there years ago. And it's just history that people want to know about. And I do the best that I can to keep it alive. And don't forget to help us build our Rosewood Museum at rosewoodflorida.com. Is it anything you want to say?
I just want to just commend you and tell our community, this type of organization that is proven, Rosewood, we have to support. I don't think we can wait on this. Mm-hmm. I believe that the time is now for us to build this museum. I believe the time is now that we give and that we support the cause. But because the cause is real. Yes. And right now in America, the way things are going, we need to know our history. We need to know where we come from and where we're not going back to, but what we're going to do better.
Yes.
And we're going to love each other and bring our community closer. And I believe that people, and I believe this generation will be awoken by the power and the authority within Rosewood. So I'm so happy to just be here and be a part of history.
Wow. I am so happy to have you here as a supporter, being a part of history with people like you and Zach and Meldon Law, Freddie Weeby, and other people that we have talked about, Steve Spurrier, Jared Benton, and many more that we have not talked about. I just met a man by the name of Max, not Max, Ron. Oh, I can't call his name. Ping. But anyway, he's the owner of Max Drive-In. He told me, I just met the guy, the young man, and he said, oh yes, when this is over, I want to help you. Okay, Mr. Arnold down in Archer. What's Arnold's first name? Ronnie. Ronnie Arnold, the owner of the construction company in Archer. He wants to help. There are so many people that want to help, and we are not going to ban them. Okay, we need the help.
And I think Queen Lizzie, you haven't even saw the outpouring of support that you have given. I believe, it's reap what you sow, but it's your time to reap.
Oh.
It's your time to get the harvest. And I believe people are catching on in this community, and it's going to be like wildfire. When you say Queen Lizzie's name, we already know you're about Rosewood. You're about the history. You're about where we're not repeating, coming back to where we're going to stay strong. And I believe through your efforts, through your voice, through your history, it's going to not only change Archer, Florida, and Alachua County, but I believe this will change our country. Because this is the healing that we need right now, Queen Lizzie.
Yes, yes.
And you've been a designated spokesman for Rosewood.
Yep.
But most importantly, the spokesman for America.
Wow, that's powerful.
America.
So I
needs to hear this
receive
message.
it.
Yes, it's yours. America needs to hear this message. America needs to understand that we have to embrace where we come from and do something different. And through your efforts, through your voice, and through the way you live, people will support Rosewood.
Wow. Thank you. I receive it. I
Yes.
embrace it.
Yes.
I need to hear it.
Yes.
It's not easy. You know that.
Oh.
It is so painful.
It's not easy. But you know what? The good thing about you, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world. You were built for this,
Oh.
and you win. You never lose. Like Steve Spurrier, he won those games. His mindset was to win,
Yes.
and he never thought about losing. You're the
Yes.
same way. You're a winner.
Wow. You compare me with Steve Spurrier. I am honored.
You're a winner. You're a winner.
Winners.
That's why the Gators were expected to win, and you're expected to win,
I am.
and you're gonna win. The people in this community recognize and understand the passion that you have. The municipalities, from the county to the city to the state, they see what you bring to the table. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that they hear. But not only that they hear, but they be a part of the process. We can be a part of everything else. So join the Rosewood train. Let's get it done.
Let's get it moving.
Let's get it done.
Okay.
All right, we got the vision. It's prepared and it's ready to go forth.
And it started in 1923.
My goodness. I wasn't even born.
I wasn't either, but the Cedar Key train, you said train, so
Yeah.
that brought another one of my mom's verses to my mind. The Cedar Key train conductors were told to pick up in Rosewood.
Oh, yeah.
Standing by the tracks with a lantern, its young school teacher stood, my aunt, waiting in desperation to carry out the sheriff's plans, rounding up the hidden survivors to board the midnight train. The sheriff and the store owner worked around the clock. Oh, Lord, informed the train conductors just when and where to stop. Pick up the men, women, and children who were hiding out and bring them to Archer, Florida, traveling the same old route. Bob Walker and John Rye took on a daring risk. Put the survivors on the train, Lord, and sent them all with a kiss. Notified the Gainesville families to be on the lookout for their kin. Told them the train was coming and told them exactly when. Thank you, Mom. That's part of my mom's story, telling the Rosewood story.
Yes.
And I know you are enjoying it because you can feel it.
Yes.
I feel it through you, that you
Yes.
are feeling my song.
Yes.
My mother's song.
Yes. And it's bravery to carry on the vision, not only of your mother, but what your mother instilled in you. You can see it. You can feel it. And I'm going to tell you, you show the love every day. You show the love. I have the utmost respect for you and what you do. And we're going to get it done. We ain't going to talk about it. We're going to be about it.
Oh, I just
It's time. It is time. It's long overdue. It is your season, Queens Lizzie, to receive everything that you deserve on a local, state, and a national level.
Wow.
You've lived the history.
Yes, I
You've
have.
seen the history.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get it done.
Okay. And many times when my mom would talk to me about it, Mom, I don't want to hear it. I remember one time going to Rosewood doing my research at the library, and I was in Brunson. This was like 93, April 28th, came to me just then. I was in the base of 1993 in the basement, sitting around at the table with papers and documents on the table, doing my research, looking through, trying to figure out what I'm going to print to take with me to expand on my research. And a group of men, white men, I didn't have to say that, but a group of men walked around my table about a couple of times. I knew they were white. I saw their hands. They all were wearing camouflage pants. I never looked up. I was scared to death. My heart just dropped out of my chest. No one knew it but me, because I reflected on what Mom had told me they had done to my aunt the night of, and my heart just dropped. And after encircling the table, they didn't get my attention. They left. They wanted me to look up because I believe they probably went to see the fear in my eyes. But somebody told me, don't give them that privilege. So I kept working. And they left the room. And I gave them like 30 minutes. I said, well, they have been gone about 30 minutes. It's time for me to get out of here. I went up to the cashier, and she said, she printed out the work that I had done, my documents, and she said, ma'am, what's your name? I need a name. This is the cashier, the clerk, in the clerk's office. I said, Elizabeth Pinchetta. She could spell Elizabeth. She said, now, will you spell your last name for me? I said, Penchattty. She said, ma'am, you spelled it so fast. Will you spell it again for me? Guess what? I spelled it differently. I couldn't remember. I was lying. So I left out of there, came home. I told my mom, I said, Mom, I can't go back. This is what happened. Everything I just told you, I told her, this is what happened, Mom. I can't go back. You know what my mother said to me? She didn't say no. She said, oh, sit down, babe, relax, calm down. In a few days, you'll feel better, and go back and finish my story. I was so angry with her. I wanted to say, you go finish it. I'm not going back. But after a few days, I did exactly what she said. I went back and worked some more on her story. So it has been a challenge. It has not been easy, and I continue to do what she is now looking down on me, smiling about. Mom, it's still painful, and I hope you hear me.
Queen Lizzie, you were built for it. Your mom saw that.
Yeah.
She saw that you were built for it. She saw that you could withstand any brick, any mortar, anything that would land you or try to land you. She knew that you were anointed to do it. So you were called from your mother's womb to carry the dream and keep the dream alive. Keep the Rosewood dream alive and hope for our community and for the people.
And you're going to make me cry.
So thank you for that. I'm telling you, because it takes a special person to have to understand and have to be able to endure. You're enduring the pain of Rosewood.
Yes, I am.
Living Rosewood. And today, the question I just have for you, have you seen much change in the way society has been? Because you've lived through a lot.
No.
You've seen. So that's the answer.
I lived the Jim Crow days through my parents. I was like Jim Crow Jr. My mom and dad were the senior.
Yes, ma'am.
But we lived it because I remember the sheltering and the protection and the meanness that was bestowed up on them by people. It's still out there. We've got to change it, and that's what I'm working on.
And it's happening through you. You were designated, chose, anointed for this time and this job.
Thank you. And one thing I want to do is do a shout out to my husband who was not able to attend my birthday party. I was a nervous wreck. You all couldn't tell it. But the day of my party, he was admitted to the hospital. And I had to just come together, pull myself together and make sure everything went as planned. And it was because of people like you all knew I was suffering, crying, but you couldn't tell I was crying, and stepped up to the plate. That's the first time John has never been with me. And my mother told him, her order to him was, take care of my baby and make sure she takes care and do Rosewood history. That was my mom's voice, whatever I'm trying to think of, dictation to him. This is what she told him to do, look after my baby. Oh, and I would tell her all the time, I say, Mama, I am so and so. I am not a baby, she said, but you're still my baby. Okay, and I'm still her baby, Mom. I'm still doing your work. But anyway, remember to go to rosewoodflorida.com, leave a donation. Remember to support the Steve Spurrier Gridiron Grill breakfast every weekend from 11 to 3 until you get tired. So, I am continuously humbled, honored, and blessed to meet people daily and invite them to join in peace building, healing, and reconciliation through learning about the history of Rosewood. That will wrap up today's episode. I am Queen Lizzie. Until next time, this is my Rosewood story, and I'm sticking to it.